He say that I'm good enough. Cover my think about that I shouldn't have. So I tell him it's one of me. He making fun of me. His girl is a bum to me. Like that boy is a cat. Saying he home, but I know where he at. Like, but he her back. Think about me, cause he know that it's fat. And it been what it been. Calling his phone like he'll send me a pin. Ducking my because he know what I'm on. But when he hit me, I'm not gonna respond.
WEFM, the new fresh sound.
Activated Mornings on WEFM 99.9 is on now.
Welcome back, St. Vincent and the Grenadines. The time is 9:20 and it's our open forum, or our Talk to Me If You May, where we discuss whatever it is that you want to talk about here on Activated Mornings. The number to call is 457-9997, and also the number to WhatsApp 457-9997, where you can also place calls this morning. We're live on YouTube and Facebook at WeFM 99SVG.
Ta-da!
So this morning there's an article, editorial at Searchlight newspaper that had piqued my interest. The headline is, "Are we too addicted to technology?" It is not that long, so try to get through it quickly. Technology has changed our lives over the last few decades. The word smart is being linked to almost every aspect of technology. We now have smartphones, watches, washing machines, fridges, toilets, etc. Gone are the days when every household had to have a landline phone and paying a monthly bill. Once you have a smartphone, you can download WhatsApp and make calls and send text messages for free. Gone are the days when persons had to go at a river to wash clothes, or to the back of their house washing clothes with the blue washing soap, hearing a peculiar sound when you wash your clothes on hand. These days, almost every household has a washing machine. Technology has definitely made our lives much easier. However, being addicted to technology can be very problematic. This addiction is staring us in our eyes. In some households, from Monday to Sunday, mother, father, and children are locked away in their room on their gadgets, and there is no family time for each other. Couples would go on a date, whether it is at the movies or at a restaurant, and everyone is on their phone texting. Could this be one of the reasons why a lot of relationships and marriages are falling apart? Because there is a lack of communication with each other. Sometimes you would be driving and persons would be talking in the middle of the road with a headphone in their ears, texting on their phone, putting their lives at risk. Drivers can also be seen at times texting and making calls on their phone, which can cause accidents and endangering the lives of pedestrians. In meetings, staff and some bosses can be seen with their eyes glued to their phone. You go to church on a Sunday morning, and some church members can be seen watching Netflix on their phone and tablet while the pastor is preaching. Some students are even distracted by their gadgets when their teacher is having class. Before we go to bed, a lot of us would put our phone under our pillow to wake up in the middle of the night to check Facebook, depriving ourselves of sleep. Are we too addicted to technology? And this is from Kimani Wiseman. I don't know if that is a pseudonym, but yeah, let's go. Point made. Point made. Point made.
Come on, man.
Point made. Point made. Point made.
You'd only catch it if you were looking at the live. Yeah, I will admit I'm a little addicted to my phone. A little bit. But phone addiction is like something I think that's a bit scientific. It's like being addicted to a TV show or being addicted to maybe music, a song, something. Everybody's addicted to something. But it's scientific because what you do on your phone gives you a kind of a high, and you always want to get that high like sugar. So you keep on your phone and you keep scrolling. And the way the algorithm works with some of these social media apps now, it does things that keeps you there. So it just feeds you like continuously, and you find it really hard to come off of it. For some people, it's not so easy to detox. For others, it's okay. But on the point of the family, somebody in the bedroom, somebody outside, and everybody on the phone and not communicating with one another. It's just, I think, in instances like that, the onus on the head of the household to say, now is a deviceless period for the next 2 hours. We're gonna do something family oriented without our devices. They just have to put down some ground rules before you even get to that stage. But yeah,
Yeah,
kind of
but outside of
fun.
outside of phones, we definitely are very much addicted to technology. No, we use our smartwatches to monitor when it is or what our calorie check for the day is, or how many calories we burn, how many steps we took. We check our smartwatches for many different reasons. If it is that our phones aren't right in front of us nowadays, we don't even need a physical credit card, or well, not in St. Vincent, but in most countries, you don't even need a physical credit card or cash on you. Once you have your cell phone, you just tap your phone or your smartwatch, and you keep it pushing. Some of these vehicles now being manufactured nowadays, you don't even need a driver. Some of them you put them on autopilot, and they're right there on the highway for you. And it brings me back to the comedy from Ronnie Chang, where he was saying, we're now in a wall of screens and everyone wants what they want. No.
Of course.
So there's information, I want it. No. There's a food, I want it. No. It doesn't matter what it is. You see your players talking about a TV show on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. I want to know what is happening. No. Even if I'm in a meeting, even if I'm supposed to be at work carrying out my duties, even if I'm in class. When I was in uni, I would see people full on binge watching shows in the middle of lectures.
Mm-hmm. But the thing with, I think, I don't want to call it an error, but it's a bit ticklish to say addiction to technology versus addiction to devices, because I think they're a bit separate. They're not one and the same. Because he makes mention of a washing machine. Using a washing machine is not an addiction. It is it's convenient. So technology offers conveniences. Washing machine, the mobile phone, and a host of other things that make life a bit easier, make conducting processes faster, more efficient. But when it gets to the point of like social media and your mobile device and your tablet and your laptop, I think that's a bit different.
Now, I think the point that he was trying to bring out is a lot of persons now these days don't know how to wash. If it is that the washing machine have problems, they're doomed. If it is that a lot of these new technologies that we have give problems, we are doomed. A lot of persons do not know how to function without the smart vehicle, without the, and he is correct in saying smart is ahead of everything now. And now we have AI and its many different features that persons are saying we need to use as a tool. I think it's taken away from professionals all over in the many different markets.
Mm-hmm. But smart people come up with these things, though.
Yeah.
I mean, when you really look at it, it is difficult to not get on board with some of the technologies that are in place. For example, the cellular phone. Like, it's more than a communication device. When initially it was just for communication, now it's a necessity. And there are quite a number of people, especially in the younger demographic, that work from their phones and work on the go. And it enables people to work pretty much anywhere. I think before you get to a point of addiction, you have to set certain things in place. There are certain apps that, like timers, okay, lock off the screen right now. You've been on this device for 5 minutes, 10 minutes before you even get addicted, because by the time you get addicted, them apps and those things, they don't really make sense. You need to detox.
But how many of us can just put down our
Not
devices, turn off the television, turn off your phones, turn off everything, and just exist? I was watching a show, the irony. I was watching a show, How I Met Your Father, where they went on a 24-hour, was it a 12-hour phone detox, where everyone put their phone in a basket and went out living life, and everybody was lost. Persons didn't know how to pay pay for meals. Person didn't know how to make deposits at the bank. Persons didn't know how to do a lot of things that growing up we thought were normal.
I mean,
It is taken away.
it is it's taken away in a sense, but it leaves people like fish out of water when these things have downtime, because outside of that, that is their normal. um to us, before banking, what we used to do,
Go in
shove
and
this
make you.
stuff under the bed, and then now we make deposits, and then now we have ATM cards, and then now we have debit cards. It becomes troublesome when these systems break down because they're so integrated in life, and I think that's just like how society works. But I mean, people like have to take like responsibility too,
Yeah.
and say, okay, you know what, Sunday, Saturday, whatever day, this is my time for me away from all the devices and just breathe. Nature is wonderful. The beach is wonderful.
You know, it's funny. You would hear older person say, "It's your phone. Your phone is the reason for this." And then we thought it was funny, but then you realize after some time, persons don't really enjoy life as a whole anymore. Persons go to travel. The first thing, update my social media. They go to the beach, update my social media. Some people not even in the. Some people don't even know how seawater feel, but they posting at the beach every other weekend.
Funny, right? True story. So I went to the beach and I was sitting on the sand. Obviously, I couldn't be on my phone. But apart from that, I wouldn't spend a lot of time on the phone because I'm at the beach, right? Because I had to watch my son. And I'm just like observing everybody, people. And there are these two folks. I don't know if they were foreigners or what. But the water was so lovely and the water was so warm. And it was just like perfect day for the beach. And then these two young people, two young ladies, having a full-on photo shoot in the corner. Like they're missing out. But then again, that might be what they're not interested in. But I just found it so interesting that here I am taking in the beach and nature and observing, and other people are doing the same. And there are folks who are just there for the aesthetics of it. Same thing for parties. Hate that.
I remember when technology used to be fun, where
It's
your
fun.
devices used to be fun. Not like it does. It's not like a job. It's not like like the writer said. It's not like it wasn't an addiction where I need to know everything all at once. Need to tell me no. Before, when it was MSN, you talk to your friend. Then on the Adventure to King song, you have no idea what's happening. Will I meet them in town? Where would I meet them? Would they be on time? What's gonna happen? I don't know. Find out on the next episode of Dragon Ball Z.
Random.
But you know,
tell
but you know
you
what I
used to
said?
watch Dragon Ball Z a lot.
But you know what I
Ah.
said? Like back in the days when as when BlackBerry came out, they're like, oh, give me a pen, and then it wasn't that you needed it. You needed it. These days, if people don't have a phone, they cannot function.
Yeah, that is true, right? That is true. One time my phone was down, and for a little bit of time, I felt like a fish out of the water. But then after a while, it was just so refreshing to just like breathe and not have to. Especially when you're working in the media, you just want to be abreast with everything. Like, but you literally have to take control and not let it control you. How you do that? Google it. Go on the same phone and Google it.
But that takes a mental toll on you being in the media. It does
does.
take a mental toll on you. It's a lot of information taken in, and it worse when you're an investigative or a hard news reporter, when you're going and the things that you're witnessing and you don't have the luxury of a psychiatrist or a psychologist or a therapist. You do not have
counselor.
any of that. You just have your
Support
experiences.
system.
Well, I'm talking locally for the most part, because I'm not sure what's the policy in all media houses. I just know at my time, when you speak to other journalists, when I just got into media, it was not a luxury afforded. And I don't even know if it's a luxury afforded to police officers.
Police have their support system. Remember we talked about that the other day too. But yeah, that is fact. And depending on the individual, it might be even harder on them, unfortunately. But like, you have to take it upon yourself. Some people, even if they go to recreational sites, and it's just so sad that everything turns into like a movie and directive script for folks. Hello, content creators. Hello, good morning.
Hi, good morning, Christelle and Ari. How you all going?
I'm good.
We
Doing good.
good.
Well, hey, I got a contact from Trinity Services in Barbados to look for flight attendants for Emirates. I'm going to put the information up today. We are not going to, our cooperative is not going to be the body that's making the decision. We'll probably give you the interviews and we'll do the interviews and send the information over. When Barbados ready, they will call the persons. But we pushing for St. Vincent because it was only supposed to be for Barbados. But we called St. Barbados and tell the lady, Trinity Services is a custom coming here to St. Vincent to look for workers for cruise ship. And now you've got an airline contract. I would like you to study Vincentians too. So they are going to give us a chance, and I am going to send the information to your radio station because this radio station has done me some good over the years. This is the radio station that I called in 2011 when I found the Russian rocket on the beach. This same WEFM here.
Really?
You understand? Yes. The name of my book on Amazon, Ari, is Mysterious Russian Invasion on Grenadines Islands. I am now waking the book up again. It's been online since 2012. Over 300,000 copies has been sold. And now that the Russia-Ukraine war is increasing, well, then I think it. But basically, guys, what I found in the Tobago Keys was actually what you call an intercontinental ballistic missile from Russia. Just like what you see on what you see with the Israelis, they did a huge thing. We found that on the beach before 10 o'clock in the morning with over 12 guests on board our speedboat coming from Union to do a day tour in the Tobago Keys. It's from there now I contact CNN from the beach and I contact WEFM. And Mr. Bala told me to call back, and I called back again. And then I spoke with the Prime Minister and tell him, please send the Coast Guard immediately because I think there's some stuff here you might be interested in. Okay. So, yes. So that that was part of, yes. So here what's going on with these workers now for Emirates International. What will happen is if you have enough GCSEs, you have a Zoom meeting, they in Barbados will then send for you here in St. Vincent. When you leave St. Vincent, you get to Barbados, you will meet with the Emirates people and them. They will then overlook you and they're going to put you on an airplane immediately, which will then fly out of Barbados via London to Dubai. But there's a lot of stuff that they've got to know because it's a Muslim country. But Emirates is an upwardly mobile airline and they are busy and it's a point-to-point airline. For example, if I'm flying from South America to London, Emirates flights are cheap. So I'm going to get on La Paz, Bolivia and fly 15 hours to Dubai and then fly from Dubai to London. I would have probably saved about $500-600 US instead of flying direct. So what we're saying to the lady, Christelle and Ari, what we're saying to the people in Barbados, give we some too. You have people in St. Vincent have this experience and we could go out and vouch for you. So I will have to send the information, how much GCEs they're accepting, etc., etc., etc. And where the cell phone is concerned, they better learn. They better learn when you reach out in them countries. They not make the man even see you peep in your pocket at it.
All right.
You understand?
Yes, sir.
When you hear no cell phone is none. So big up again, and I'll give you all the benefit. I'll send all the information to you tomorrow.
All right. Thank you.
All right. Thank you very much.
You take care.
Yeah. Respect.
All right.
Yeah.
I don't know if I missed something. What did he mean by that?
Oh.
Don't make demands see you peeping on your cell phone when you're in those countries.
I'm not sure.
Oh yeah, I don't understand.
Maybe it's a cultural thing, or maybe it's the job.
Where? Which country?
Several countries he listed. We'll have to go back and see.
Yeah, but I do think that person should really utilize the cell phone, learn how to do simple skills, cooking, washing, all these things, because what if you don't have current? What if your cell phone is destroyed? You're waiting on a new cell phone. Are you going to be helpless all
Yeah.
this time before before you get some help? So at least learn basic life necessities, and do take breaks from your devices, not just your cell phone, from whatever technological advances we might have had over the years. Do not make it more than a crutch. Make it a tool that you use to assist you, but don't make it a necessity.
This is me when my phone is on. What to do? You know something, talking all things in one, right? I don't know, but it makes dating very difficult. These cell phones. No? You don't think so? You don't think it makes the relationship thing kind of hard?
There's so much layers on that. There is
The phone.
persons. No, I know, but there's so many layers. There are persons who live on their phones, don't communicate with their partners. There are persons who live on their phones, watching other people's relationships, and then trying to put it onto adopt it to their relationship,
Yeah.
causing even more problems because people believe that relationships and friendships are one size fit all. So when they see these people emulating certain things on social media, or you know what's funny? There are all these get rich quick schemes. There are persons on different social media, how the different social media platforms who are telling you, okay, I became a millionaire by doing this, or I became a millionaire by doing that, and you can be a millionaire too. If that was the case, wouldn't we all be millionaires?
Should. But then you don't persevere to the end. You want to take this call quickly?
Sure.
Hello.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Hey, Ari, I heard you yesterday on the program yesterday.
Okay.
Yeah. I got comment, but I'll say this for another time on that program. You talk about the cellular phone and stuff, the addiction.
Yeah.
Yeah, so sometimes I see people at events, sporting event, entertainment event, and their eyes are on their phone more than on looking at the event taking place. And the phone have gotten people where people talk less. Like, okay, you may be traveling, you're on a bus, a plane, a train years ago. The person next to you, they might have a conversation with you, but now everybody down in their phone. Nobody saying anything to you. You know, I'm on a flight already, 7 hours. I'm on a train, 18 hours. Well, the person next to you, they said nothing to you for the whole time. But they you know.
I mean, some people prefer that. I prefer that. Don't talk to me on my flight.
Huh?
I said some people prefer that. I prefer if I'm on a flight, I don't really need anybody talking to me. I just get in from point A to point B. I pop in my AirPods and I good.
Yeah, but you could have the important thing, you know, you know, your phone have so much stuff. So some of the time it might be important stuff that people are. I know a lot of time it's just trivial stuff, but it could be you could have a lot of important things to do on your phone, just looking and checking out. Cause you have to pay bills and all that stuff. People book their airline tickets.
Yeah,
and,
they are convenient.
On your phone these days.
They are convenient.
Yes,
it should not be a necessity.
It's your newspaper, it's your radio, it's your TV, it's your library. The phone is everything.
Everything.
If you forget your phone home, as soon as you jump in your car and you reach around the corner, you remember.
Yeah, it's your DJ, it's your bank, it's your credit union.
Everything. It's my husband.
It's your inland revenue soon with the digital transformation project. Everything would be available right there on your cell phone, and it's not necessarily a bad thing. But when we become too dependent on it, that is the problem.
So that song should apply to your phone. You are everything, and everything is you.
Right? Definitely sounds that way.
Have a good morning.
Same to you. Same to you.
Have a good morning, guys. Bye.
I was trying to remember this song. Telephone thing mash up my life.
But they do make relationships a lot harder. But that's a conversation for another time.
I was going on the communication
Yeah.
line, but
Yeah, it does.
yeah.
It does break communication. But anyways, that's a
Say
whole
fast, say
other-
fast. Got 10 seconds.
Hey, it's 9:45 already, 5 minutes late on the community dateline, so we get right into that now, and we'll be right back after this.
WEFM, the new fresh sound.